Hello friends. Imagine waking up to find that attackers broke into your company's systems while you were asleep. Not a team of hackers working through the night, but an AI, running thousands of probes per second, automatically. That is the world we are in right now. According to the CrowdStrike 2026 Global Threat Report, AI-enabled attacks surged 89% year-over-year. And 88% of large companies have already dealt with a confirmed or suspected AI-driven security incident. Your security team is made of humans. Attackers are now using machines that never sleep and never slow down. So the real question is this: how can any team possibly keep up? The answer is not to work harder. It is to fight machines with machines. And that is exactly what we are going to explore in this video. So how do you fight back with AI? The first instinct is simple. Build one powerful AI model and give it every security job. Simulate attacks. Sort through thousands of alerts. Write and deploy patches, all at once. But here is the problem. Doing all three jobs well requires very different skills, and doing them at the same time creates a bottleneck. The model slows down, costs skyrocket, and when one part breaks, the whole thing fails. Think of it like asking one person to be your chef, accountant, and electrician simultaneously. Nobody does all three well under pressure. A single model stretched across every security task becomes exactly that: slow, expensive, and brittle. There is a smarter way to divide the work. The smarter approach is to split the work across three specialized teams of agents, each focused on one job. Red agents think like attackers. They constantly probe your systems looking for weak spots, the same way a burglar would test every window and door. Blue agents act like a triage nurse in an emergency room. They look at everything the red agents found and decide what is most dangerous right now. Green agents are your repair crew. They write the actual code fixes and push them out. All three teams share what they learn through a shared workflow, so nothing gets missed. Microsoft built exactly this pattern into Project Perception, which entered public preview this month. Next, let us see how these three teams form a continuous loop that gets smarter over time. Here's where the system gets really powerful. The three agent types do not just work in parallel. They form a loop that keeps tightening. Red agents scan for weak spots and pass every finding straight to the blue agents. Blue agents look at that list and decide what is most urgent right now, then hand those top priorities to green agents. Green agents write the fix and push it out. But here is the key part. Once a patch is deployed, that new information goes back to the red agents. Now they probe again with fresh knowledge of what changed. Each cycle, the system gets harder to break. It learns from its own work, automatically, without anyone pressing restart. That feedback loop is not just a theory. As of today, August 3, 2026, Microsoft's Project Perception went into public preview inside Microsoft Defender. It runs on a model called MyCyber1 Flash, Microsoft's first in-house cybersecurity AI. It is a sparse mixture of experts model, meaning most of its 137 billion parameters are dormant at any moment and only about 5 billion are active per task, which keeps it fast and cheap. Routine tasks go to MyCyber1 Flash. The hardest 10% get escalated to a more powerful model. The result? 95.95% on the CyberGym benchmark, a real-world vulnerability test, at half the cost of Microsoft's previous setup. That is the Agentic loop running at production scale. So what should you take away from all of this? The Agentic security pattern, divide the work, close the loop, and keep learning, is not just a Microsoft idea. It is where the whole industry is heading. The Agentic security market sits at about $1.65 billion today and is projected to reach $13.52 billion by 2032. That is explosive growth. Every security team, big or small, will need to understand how to build, trust, and govern these multi-agent systems. The mental model is simple. No single AI does everything well. Specialize the agents, connect them in a loop, and let the system harden itself over time. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.